Remember to find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I almost said Twitch again. But this seems fine. Um, yeah. So you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Is that FishcastMTG? We love talking about Merfolk. So find us on all those places so that way we can talk about Merfolk with you. We got a comment about there not being enough room for the layout, so I hope this is better. We kind of cut out a lot of the space around the edges here so that there'd be more area for gameplay, so you could see things a little bit better. All right, we got a Swift Spear here, so yep. So this Chalice on 1 looks like it's going to do some damage. We'll go out and play out Curse Catcher, as we do. Oh man, our opponent had Daze. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely Delver. It's fine. Competitive League before 116, I think we'll be okay. All right, Monastery Swift Spear coming in hot. Can do nothing about it. Let's go ahead and try and get this Chalice down. Yeah, and they're going to Force of Will it. And what did they exile? They exiled a Vapor Snag. Okay. Well, I like our opponent burning out all their cards. Because True Name Nemesis followed up by True Name Nemesis followed up by Lord is going to be really hard for them to deal with. Storm Chaser Mage. All right. Taking 2. All right, let's go ahead and play this island. TNN. And we're going to go ahead and choose our opponent, Kesty, here. Oh, yep. So we can at least block the Swift Spear. So that's pretty neat. Sure, our opponent's going to Ponder. Yeah, if that Chalice had landed, that would have been a huge crippling blow to our opponent there. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta. Opponent plays a Ponder. Very powerful card in Legacy. I mean, just a powerful card in general. I don't know why I didn't start the music. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. I had to turn it up again for the other group that we had. Okay, Grim Lavamancer. Oh, I should probably put these down so that way it doesn't interfere with the mic. Okay. Well, there's Lord. And we probably should have led with Mutavault there. Just that way, so the reason we'd want to lead with Mutavault is that way we can, next turn we'd be able to attack with it. Like, it's just a free attacker. Let's go ahead and attack, just since I don't really care about, since I don't really care about having the, I mean, the Grim Lavamancer he's not attacking with. Our opponent's at 2 cards in hand, which is... Alright, one of them Scalding Tarn. Our opponent is getting pretty low in life, though. I'm not saying that he doesn't have it all, but... I mean... this is pretty nuts right here. Just as far as... It's not too bad. Not too bad for us. That puts our opponent at 8. Means they need to come up with something pretty pretty devastating to get us down. Because then we just Lord, activate Mutavault, swing. What's up, Delta Kiss? Yep. Yeah, we just naturaled 3 true names. It's all good. Just natural 3 true names. And 2 lords in hand, so we're not in too bad a shape, I wouldn't say. Alright, yep, our opponent scoops it up. Alright, so against... No, we didn't need the Mutavaults or the lords. We would have... I mean, even if our opponent hadn't sacked the fetch, like, we would have still had him at Xaxes. It was just kind of nice, like, a backup, like, oh, yeah, we've got these lords, you know. Sorcerer's Spyglass might be fine just because of the Dismember I could see coming in. We want Dismember. But Sorcerer's Spyglass shuts off the Grim Lavamancer. There really isn't a whole lot you change against Delver. I mean, it would have been cool to have gotten that Chalice down on 1, but I guess it was important to keep our opponent from being able to do things. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the only thing, but it's just like, what do we take out? I mean, maybe we take out Vile, because Vile is really slow. We can't deal with Vile. I say we take out Vile. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I've been wrong before, but Sorcerer Spyglass naming Grim Lavamancer will shut off. Like, Grim Lavamancer is kind of an end game for them. This is fine. Yeah, Grim Lavamancer is kind of an end game for them. So like, if the board gets gummed up and your opponent doesn't get 3 TNNs, like, you can kind of just sit there and, you know, just and just slug them out, because you're playing all these instants and sorceries that cost 1 and Delver of Secrets. Which maybe I should have forced, but I like with Phantasma Image we can just copy their Delver. Seems good. I like copying a flip Delver of Secrets. It's pretty nice. It does basically die to every piece of removal, but yeah. Yep, Chalice. Yep, Delta. It is. It's pretty backbreaking. They usually save a force for it. And yeah, the deck is basically one drop. So if you can get a Chalice on one and they can't remove it, you're set basically. Like our opponent's gonna attack here. I guess we have force protection if our opponent does force the Chalice. So there's a second Delver. There's Best Fish. Alright, so Chalice on one lands. Now we kind of have to play catch up. So what we're going to do... So yeah, we're going to copy the flipped, the Insectile Aberration. I am excited. I'm a little underwhelmed, unfortunately. I think it'll be fun in Standard. I can't really see anything being super... I should have forced that. I'm just clicking through things. I just don't think there's anything really for Leagacy. I do, however, think that that doesn't seem good right now, so we'll copy an Insectile Aberration and pass the turn. The Benthic Biomancer, I honestly think I'm more on it in Modern. Like, I think it just has a higher floor than what people are giving it credit for. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff happening right now. So they Chain Lightning, which targets the it still targets the Phantasmal Image, so it gets sacked. It still gets countered, but the Storm Chaser Mage still gets the buff on it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Considering that that Standard Merfolk hasn't done very well recently, it'll be really cool to see what happens. I think we're just dead here. We'll just go ahead and concede. We didn't get fast enough. We should have been forcing these Delvers. All right. I think we're fine the way we are. But yeah, Breeding Pool definitely makes the deck a lot stronger, I think. Having to rely on... I like having Trickster against this. With Delver, because you can ground them. You can ground the Delvers and kill them. That's always just a lot of fun. It's a 1-for-0. Generally, they can flip it pretty easily. And I guess technically with Sorcerer Spyglass, we can name a Scalding Tarn, right? There's a Delver, which is fine. They're pretty. Flipping a Delver is pretty consistent. Like, I don't even think it's worth... Like, they 9 times out of 10 will flip a Delver, I'm sure. Like, excuse me. I can't be sure of that, but... you know. Also having Smuggler's Copter. Also really good. I probably should have played Smuggles first. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be, in my standard testing, I'm definitely going to be replacing unclaimed territories with the breeding pools. Yep, see, and then on top of that, like, our opponent can just brainstorm in response to force flip the Delver. Which is, oh, they didn't flip it. Huh. And they're not going to attack if they're not. They might just be really stuck on lands. Which I'm fine with if that's the case. And they're not going to block this. We're just going to get some damage in. Basically, like, they're not going to block with their Delver, and if they kill our Silver Guild, they also kill their Insectile Aberration, so it's all good. Preordain. Come on, wife. Alright, yep, so we take the 3. Our opponent's still on one land. So this is actually very interesting. So we're going to Cavern. Just to make double sure that our opponent doesn't have... I mean, if they have Force, then they have it, but... so let's go ahead and... crew Smuggler's Copter and see what we loot into. Because basically we're going to uncounterably flash in Trickster to trade with the Insectile Aberration, so we're okay there. Yeah, let's go ahead and loot. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of this Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls just, I mean, I haven't seen any Wastelands from our opponent, but it's a liability. Go ahead and get this Curse Catcher down. Doesn't look like they want to force it. I don't know if our opponent's going to come back from this, though. Alright, another Delver. Sure. Alright, so they played right into what we're doing here. And then once we drop this Lord, we're pretty much set to win. So we trade with an Insectile Aberration, and our opponent's still stuck. Ooh, another Smuggles. Let's go ahead and crew that with Curse Catcher. And see what we get here. I'd be totally fine with smuggling away the Sorcerer's Spyglass because it is doing nothing for us now. And maybe it was a little bit of a pipe dream to put it in there. Yeah, let's get the Echoing Truth instead. In case our opponent plays and flips another Delver, like, that's just... Mwah. Right, there's a... And they got a Price of Progress. Which isn't going to hurt us too terribly. And again, another liability. With Price of Progress... Alright, our opponent's going to bolt. We could just return it. So we return the master back to our hand. Our opponent does not block, or doesn't attack rather. And then we're going to crew the smuggler's copter with the master. And then we've got 8 damage Exacxes. So I don't know what our opponent's... I guess he... Well... Yeah, maybe it was dumb to crew there. We don't have 8 damage Exacxes. But we do technically have mana to activate Mutavault and then crew the copter. All right, so we just win. All right, cool. 1-1. We won 1-1. We